Welcome to CFC Fan TV. What a night that was. What a perfect London derby. And we have so much to get through. I really want to hear your thoughts on some of the points raised. But Sophie is in the house to help talk through some of the major issues from last night. And there were a fair few of them, weren't there? I think the obvious place to start is... In fact, it's not the obvious place to start, but where I'd like to start is the brilliance of Thibaut Courtois. We don't talk about how good he is, do we?
No, and you know, I criticise him quite a lot, actually, for some reason. But, I mean, I was in row 8, so I was literally... Well, it's actually quite hard to see the game in some points because you're slightly lower than the pitch itself. But, yeah, the first half, that save he made, and when it sort of went off the bar, and then, actually, even when it went off, he could have just thought, oh, OK, that's it, it's going to go in. But he literally then dived to the other end of the post and caught it or whatever he did. So luckily that wasn't a goal.
He's been playing so well. I mean, a lot of other keepers seem to get the plaudits. You know, David De Gea is a fantastic keeper. Hugo Lloris, for me, weirdly gets a lot of credit, and people don't seem to give the credit to the big Belgian that we have in goal. He was so
good. He made such good saves, and also I don't actually think he didn't really deserve to let in 2 goals because we really were fantastic. And
nothing he could do about either, though.
Nothing he could. Definitely the second one.
I
saw that coming a mile off.
Volleyed that.
Yeah. Do you know what? I feel like when he did that, it was at the other end of the pitch. But I think when the goal went in, the second goal, I don't think that you can see properly on the TV how much pressure we were under. And I saw the goal come in a mile off, and I just thought he's got no chance of saving that if somebody just takes a whack at it, and they did, and obviously that went in. But he made some fantastic saves, and both keepers did, to be fair. Both keepers made some really good saves, and I would say it's probably more the middle of the field where we had our issues.
Yes, yeah, I think that's a fair point. I think that naturally brings us on to our midfield combo, our central midfield pairing or trio or whatever way you want to look at it. What our best combo
Well, before we actually talk about Bakayoko, Victor Moses went off early, didn't he? Whether that's because he was injured, I don't think he was, but whatever. He wasn't playing very well in the first 10 minutes. Fans were getting really, really frustrated with him all around me. It just wasn't a good day for our midfield in general. So before we go into our centre midfielders, I don't think Victor Moses really had the best sort of opening few minutes. Fans were getting really, really frustrated with him, just like, you know, shouting, "What are you doing?" Like he was a little bit all over the place. So I don't know whether he was subbed off because he was injured or because he wasn't playing very well.
I think he did pick up a knock, but equally it wasn't having his finest hour.
When he went down against Arsenal. Yeah, when he went down, Arsenal fans thought he was completely taking the mick because he got up and then he started running, and fans booed him the second he got the ball. But yeah, Bakayoko, I suppose, the main
midfield issue
to speak about. Yeah,
I'm not quite sure what we're going to do about that situation. He's clearly struggling. He's not found his form. I think that we have a diamond, but it's just a rough diamond at the moment, and it's going to take time. He's young, he's playing in a new league, in a new country. We need to be patient, but we don't have time to be patient.
I suppose we don't, but do you remember when, I don't know if you can compare this, but do you remember when Ramirez came to Chelsea? It took him quite a while to settle in. He's probably the only player I can remember that's been given that amount of time. I think it was Dan at the time said to me, "Oh, he's had quite a while now though, Soph," and I was like, "No, I think he's going to be good." And eventually he went on to be. So I don't want to rule him out too quickly.
That would be a ridiculous thing to suggest.
Because all the fans wanted him.
Bakayoko, I believe, will come good. We just need to be patient. And the trouble is, it's very difficult to be patient when in Danny Drinkwater we have a player sitting on the bench who's never let us down, who comes on, who scored a peach of a goal in his last appearance.
Stoke, yeah.
It seems natural to perhaps allow Bakayoko a bit of time, find form again, train hard.
I don't see why we can't rotate between the two.
I agree.
And also that's always been Antonio Conte's ethic. If a player's not performing very well, they get dropped, and it's worked for Fabregas. He's become, to me, he's been far more reliable than what he used to be under Antonio Conte. So. Yeah, like I'm happy to rotate between the two, and I think.
Yeah, I'm just not quite sure what we're going to do, because obviously we now go into 2 huge clashes against Arsenal.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna, the rivalry between two of London's biggest clubs is really about to intensify, and last night was just the tip of the iceberg. You know, it's really going to kick in now. We've got semi-finals, home and away. It's going to be glorious. I cannot wait. I think Antonio Conte will have learned last night what team he wants to play in those games. And for me now, I don't think Bakayoko starts either of the games, either home or away. I don't think Bakayoko will start.
No, I probably have to agree.
What do you think? Do you think Bakayoko will start in the semi-finals against Arsenal? 2 massive games coming up. Would you start Bakayoko in those games? Or do you think Danny Drinkwater deserves a start in such a magnificent game? Comment below, let me know, because I'm actually really interested to know how you feel about that one.
Yeah.
What would you do, Soph? Would you start him?
I don't know. I'd say for Arsenal game last night, I'd say the only reason Conte didn't play Danny Drinkwater in that game is because he hasn't actually had much game time. So I think he probably went with what he thought was his most...
Yeah, an intense game away from home, night.
Yeah, he wants somebody who's played, for the majority of the last 6 months. But I would say I feel like he got it wrong. Actually, to be fair, when the first goal went in, fans were like, why is he not making a change? Why is Conte not making a change? Luckily we got the penalty or whatever, but once we did make the changes, once Willian came on, I saw a really, really fast-paced, energetic Chelsea side.
And when we're playing like that, we're so fluid, aren't we? We're so good.
But I said to the fans that we are, to me at the moment, well, in general, we're far better than Arsenal. They've got the worst defence, I'd say, out of the top 6 at the moment, and they basically were there for the taking. But we start off so shaky, and I think we don't close them down. I think Ozil and Jack Wilshere were causing us so many problems in the first half, which really actually scared me. Robbie was like, "Yeah, you're going to get worried."
Sanchez as well.
Yeah, Sanchez as well.
This is the problem. I think Arsenal, Chelsea, our league, the league table doesn't lie. Chelsea are better than Arsenal if you look at the league table. But on head-to-head clashes, we have a very good record at the Emirates. I think we've got the record there. I think we've won 5 games there since they've started playing there, which is the joint highest with Manchester United. So we do have a very good record against Arsenal away from home. But when they start knocking it around in their pomp, when Ozil's doing his thing and dictating the play, when Sanchez is his aggressive self, when Jack Wilshere is on song, they're a very, very dangerous good team and are perfectly capable of not only knocking us out of the League Cup but winning it.
Yeah.
So we need to. To
me, if we, the thing is, when we ever go to the Emirates, I said to Robbie in that before. We did a preview with the Arsenal guys. I said to them, this game has basically a draw written all over it. If history is going to be going by itself, because I think we've drawn a couple of times in our past meetings, in our past games at the Emirates, but. We always start the first half really, really shaky. If we can work on that, the next time we go to the Emirates, we win that game. We win that game. And we start off too slow. The fans were getting really, really annoyed. It's different when you're there and you're sat in amongst the fans. And there was obviously one major issue, which is what we're basing this video on. And the reason I really feel like we didn't win yesterday's game, and that is Morata's chances. There were 3 clear-cut chances that I can think of. One-on-one with the keeper, more or less. The last one especially, I'll start with the last one, you can talk about the others if you want.
And the first one, Sophie.
The first one, that was at the other end of the pitch to me.
But the one where Alonso's just knocked it long and there's been a mix-up between Cech and I think maybe Bellerin or whoever it was. They've had a mix-up and Morata's run onto it and he's put it wide.
Yeah, I know.
He put it wide.
I know.
The keeper didn't make a brilliant save. No defender made a last-ditch tackle. There wasn't a man doing some wonderful work on the line. He put it wide.
Yeah, and I would say that the last one, when it was coming, we thought that was it. Fans thought that was it. And the minute he missed that shot, you've got grown men,
weeping.
No, not weeping. All had their hands in their heads, slamming the chairs. They were so mad. They were like, "What? How has he missed it for a 3rd time?" Fans couldn't believe it because, let's face it, if it was our previous striker, would he have put that in the back of the net? The chances are at least one of the 3.
Diego Costa scored a hat-trick last night because also there would have been a goal scored that wasn't even one of those chances. He would have created his own chances.
Yeah, and
Didier Drogba wins the Golden Boot in one night last night.
Yeah, I know exactly, and I just feel like Morata has, if he's not on form at the moment, even having that said, he needs to at least make one of those chances because the minute he gets that goal. Arsenal's confidence is knocked. They'll start getting really shaky.
And his confidence is up if he scores.
Exactly. And then he'll go. But I think the majority of the fans think he's really good with his head. He's really good in the air. Not so good with his feet. And that was sort of the running talk there. And I think when the last goal went in to equalise 2-2, most of the fans just thought, "How the hell have we let that in?" And
he's terrible,
not even down to
when
play.
When he's got time to think about it, time to pick his spot. I know that's a very hard part of finishing and even down to the level that I play at. When you go through on goal and you've got too much time and it's not instinctive, it's very difficult.
But he's kicking it at him. He's kicking it at Cech. He's not. Do you know what he needs to do? He needs to go and look at that lovely goal Ramirez scored when he chipped. Yeah, when he chipped the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
I mean, that one where he went through early from the long punt from Alonso. I thought that he had 3 options available. 1 was take the shot really early high. 2 was take it round Cech, so to Cech's right, to Morata's left. Take it that way, put it in with your left foot. And 3 was to just shoot early near post. I thought they were the 3 options. What he did was he tried to shoot early far post wide.
It was really. It was
like, come on.
We were all really, really,
It's
really mad.
I mean, I think that we need to be patient with him. Also, prior to that game,
prior to his injury, even he was doing really well.
But even more recently than that, like, you know, the last game he came on, he scored. Last game he played, he scored. The game before that, he came on, changed the game, with a last-minute winner.
He's got it in him.
So I think we need to be a little bit patient. And just like one good game doesn't make a wonderful player, one bad game doesn't make a wonderful player useless.
No.
But it's becoming a recurring theme now, and missing a hat-trick of chances away at London Derby in what felt at the time at least like a must-win game.
Do you know what I think? I feel like Morata, I think himself, he feels like really, really under pressure to play just in the Premier League. I think it's quite daunting to him, and I think a personality like Diego Costa, I mean, he just doesn't care, does he? He's such a fiery person that he enjoys the criticism.
The pressure exists. I agree. Morata is under pressure. He's a centre forward for one of the best clubs in the world. Of course, he's under pressure. Of course, there are demands on him. But there no more so than anyone who is centre forward for any of the big clubs that you could name off the top of your head.
Yeah,
he hasn't got more pressure on his shoulders than that, and he has to deal with that.
No, I don't think that. I don't think it's something that he's used to. I just don't feel that way.
European Cups. He's got to be able to go to the Emirates and take the game by the scruff of the neck and dictate the result.
Well, I think it's something he has to work on individually. If that was me, I'd be going to the training ground the next day and practicing
one-on-ones.
Do you know what
you need to do? You need to get the youth team keeper. You need to have a word with Jody Morris. Yeah. Say, Jody, the best keeper you've got, or keeper that I need to speak to, the keeper that is best at one-on-ones.
Yeah.
You know, T-Bone and that will be doing their own training. So Jody Morris needs to provide him with the keeper, and Alvaro Morata needs to be given 100 footballs, and he needs to go one-on-one with his keeper, and he needs to score 85 of those. And until he scores 85, he can't go home.
No, not going home. But then I spoke to fans after the game yesterday, and they said to me, it probably would have been better to leave Morata out of this game, and then we would have actually had room for either Willian or Pedro. Is it a different game then, or is it not? Like, I'm not actually a fan of having a Hazard up front.
No, I'm not either.
But really, when you look at the statistics and the facts of yesterday's game,
I disagree with that.
Do you?
I disagree with that. I
don't know if I do now. I don't know if I do.
I don't think you have a player of Alvaro Morata's calibre on a bench for a game against Arsenal away from home.
You say it was calibre, but he didn't really do. He didn't do anything.
No, but he's still the calibre. The calibre isn't that performance. The calibre is 2 European Cups, £60 million, former Real Madrid centre forward, former Juventus centre forward. That's the calibre. You don't leave a player of that magnitude on a bench.
Well, to me, unless if they're going to miss 3 really clear-cut chances like that, I'm not even saying he has to get all 3 goals. I'm saying he has to make at least one of those in a huge game. That's what I'm saying, and he didn't do that. And for me, I really wanted Pedro, I really wanted Willian, or somebody to play yesterday with a bit more pace, a bit more creativity. When Willian come on, he was so energetic,
direct.
so fast. Yeah, exactly, and that's what I want us to do, because when you sit back against Arsenal, you allow players like Alexis Sanchez and Ozil and that to get into you, and I didn't think we needed to do that, because to me, we are the far better team. So.
Can't argue that. Will you please do us a favour? Comment below, let us know your thoughts on this, especially the Morata situation. I found all these points really interesting, and I started with Thibaut Courtois because I don't think he gets enough praise. I thought he was marvellous last night.
Yeah, he was.
But let us know how you feel
Cahill,
about Alvaro Morata. Gary Cahill also had a good game.
Cahill was fantastic.
But I'm going to finish this video with just a quick word to one of the greatest men to have ever graced this earth, and that is Marcus Alonso. Thank you for another wonderful goal. And everyone who gives you, I put a thing on Twitter, I got so much grief.
I don't know, what did you put? I thought he was fantastic.
Put a video up, a tweet out. I've got a load of grief. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you haven't subscribed, please do it right now.